Welcome back to Brainwaves, your go-to channel for fascinating facts and information about the natural world. Today, we're going to be exploring the fascinating world of marsupials, those animals that carry and nurture their young in a special pouch. These remarkable creatures are found primarily in Australia and the surrounding region, and they come in all shapes and sizes. Kangaroos are known for their unique features that enable them to survive in the wild Australian outback. They are marsupials, which means that female kangaroos have pouches on their bellies where their young can develop and grow after they're born. Kangaroos are also known for their powerful hind legs that allow them to bound across great distances at high speeds, sometimes reaching over 35 miles per hour. Their legs also enable them to move quickly and kick predators when threatened. Kangaroos are herbivores and their diet consists of grasses, shrubs, and leaves. Kangaroos are usually between 3 and 8 feet tall and can weigh anywhere between 20 and 200 pounds depending on the species. They have thick, strong tails that are used for balance and support when standing upright. Kangaroos also have small heads in proportion to their bodies, with large, pointy ears that swivel independently to detect sounds around them. Their eyes are positioned at the sides of their head and are adapted to provide a wide field of view that enables them to watch out for danger. Another characteristic of kangaroos is their fur. Their fur serves as both a protection against the elements and a form of camouflage, as it blends in well with the dry and dusty environment of the Australian outback. The fur varies in color from reddish-brown to gray, and its texture can range from soft and fluffy to more coarse and wiry depending on the species. Kangaroos are social animals and exhibit complex behaviors that are necessary for their survival in the wild. They typically live in groups called mobs, troops or courts, which can range in size from just a few individuals to as many as several dozen. The composition of the group often depends on the age and sex of the individuals in the mob. Kangaroo courtship displays are typically quite aggressive, with males often boxing with one another and competing for the attention of females. Once mating has taken place, the female's pregnancy lasts for around a month before the young, called joeys, are born. Joeys are very small when they are born and continue to develop outside of their mother's womb within her protective pouch. In addition to their boxing displays during mating season, kangaroos also exhibit other forms of aggression as a means of protecting themselves and their young. For example, if a kangaroo feels threatened, it may stand up on its hind legs to appear bigger and ready to fight. If this does not deter the predator, the kangaroo may launch a powerful kick with its hind legs to defend itself and its offspring. Kangaroos also use a form of communication that involves various noises, such as hisses, growls, and coughs. They can also communicate with one another through a range of visual cues, such as body posture, tail movement, and ear position. Kangaroos are generally not considered to be endangered, but their conservation status varies depending on the species and where they are found. Some species of kangaroo, such as the tree kangaroo, are considered endangered due to habitat loss resulting from logging and other forms of human activity. Other species, such as the red kangaroo, which is the largest marsupial, are considered to be of least concern. In Australia, kangaroos are classified as a renewable natural resource and are managed sustainably under strict regulations. The population of kangaroos is regulated through an annual quota system, which ensures that sustainable numbers of kangaroos are harvested for their meat and hides. This harvesting is considered to be one of the most ecologically responsible and sustainable forms of wildlife management in the world. However, some groups have raised concerns about the sustainability of kangaroo populations and the treatment of kangaroos. There are concerns that the quota system may not be effective enough, and that there is a risk of overharvesting. Additionally, there are concerns about the welfare of kangaroos during the hunting process. To address these concerns, some companies have developed ethical and humane harvesting methods, such as using non-lethal tranquilizers rather than shooting the kangaroos. Overall, the conservation status of kangaroos varies depending on the species and location, and there are ongoing efforts to ensure their sustainable management and welfare. With proper regulation and management, it is possible to maintain healthy populations of kangaroos for future generations to enjoy. Koalas are an iconic marsupial animal native to Australia. They are medium-sized and their body length ranges between 24 to 33 inches. An adult koala weighs about 10 to 30 pounds. Their fluffy ears, round head, and button nose are some of their most distinctive features. Koalas have a dense and woolly fur, which varies in color from light gray to chocolate brown depending on their location of origin. They use their furry ears to regulate their body temperature when it's hot outside. Notably, their fur has several oil glands, which help to repel moisture during rain. Like most other marsupials, koalas carry their young ones in a pouch, which is located on the female's abdomen. Baby koalas are called joeys, and they are born blind and hairless. They usually stay in their mother's pouch for about 6 months before coming out. Koalas are arboreal animals, which means they spend most of their lives in trees. The eucalyptus tree is their preferred habitat, and they only eat eucalyptus leaves. In fact, eucalyptus makes up almost 100% of their diet. Adult koalas can spend up to 20 hours a day sleeping or resting in the crook of a tree. It's believed that this behavior helps them conserve energy as eucalyptus leaves provide little nutrition. Koalas are solitary animals, and they only interact with other koalas during mating season. They communicate with each other through low-pitched grunts, bellows, and snorts. Koalas are native to Australia, and they can be found in various habitats ranging from coastal islands to inland forests. However, due to loss of habitat and other factors, their populations have declined significantly, and they are now considered a threatened species. Koalas face several threats to their survival. Their natural habitat has significantly reduced due to human encroachment, and the eucalyptus forests they depend on for food and shelter have been fragmented. Additionally, climate change has led to an increase in the frequency and intensity of fires, which is another threat to their survival. Diseases such as chlamydia have also affected their populations. Due to these factors, koalas are classified as a vulnerable species by the International Union for the Conservation of Nature, IUCN. To protect koalas, various conservation efforts are being made. These include reducing habitat fragmentation, managing forests, raising awareness, and research on diseases. Legislation such as the Koala Protection Act has also been enacted in some states to protect their populations. Moreover, several organizations and charities are working towards the conservation of koalas, and people can support these efforts through donations and awareness campaigns. The Tasmanian Devil is a carnivorous marsupial found only on the Australian island of Tasmania. They are named devils for their eerie screeching and growling vocalizations, sharp teeth and jaw muscles that can open up to 80 degrees, allowing them to exert one of the strongest bites relative to their body size of any mammal in the world. Tasmanian devils have a stocky build, with a squat skull and short, sturdy legs. They have black fur with white markings on their rump, chest, and throat. On average, they can grow up to 30 inches long and can weigh up to 26 pounds. The males are usually larger than the females. Tasmanian devils are nocturnal and have poor eyesight but excellent hearing and a very keen sense of smell. Tasmanian devils are primarily found in the wild on the island of Tasmania in a variety of habitats such as forests, woodlands, coastal scrublands, and farms. Their diet is mainly carnivorous and includes small mammals, birds, reptiles, insects, and carrion. They are known for their scavenging ability and can eat a wide range of animal carcasses. With their powerful jaws and sharp teeth, they can even consume the bones and fur of their prey. Their way of feeding can be destructive as they create a mess ripping through carcasses in the wild. Tasmanian devils are solitary animals and only come together during mating season. Female devils have a gestation period of 21 days and can give birth to up to 50 young ones, but usually have around 20. The young Tasmanian devils are called imps and live in their mother's pouch for several months before they start becoming independent. The Tasmanian Devil Facial Tumor Disease, DFTD, was first discovered in the mid-1990s and has had a devastating impact on the Tasmanian devil population. The disease is a contagious cancer that is spread when the devils bite each other during fights, which is common behavior amongst devils. Since the cancer cells are able to trick the devil's immune system, the infected devils are not able to fight off the disease. Symptoms include large facial tumors which ultimately prevent the individual from eating as the tumors grow to a size that prevents them from opening their mouth. As they starve, the devils die. The disease has spread rapidly across Tasmania, decimating the population over the past 2 decades. Conservation efforts, including quarantining healthy devils and breeding programs, have been implemented to help save the species. However, the disease continues to pose a significant threat to the survival of the Tasmanian devil. Sugar gliders are small and adorable marsupials that are native to Australia and Indonesia. They have a body length of about 6 inches, 15 centimeters, and a tail that is almost double the length of their body. Sugar gliders are named for their flaps of skin called patagia, which extend from their wrists to their ankles and allows them to glide through the air for over 50 meters. Their unique appearance and size make them a popular pet worldwide. Sugar gliders have soft, thick fur that is usually blue-gray with a cream-colored underbelly. They also have large, dark eyes and pointed ears with tufts of fur on the ends. Unlike most marsupials, male sugar gliders have a bifurcated, split penis and females have 2 uteri and vaginas. This means that they are able to have multiple offspring in a single pregnancy. Sugar gliders are nocturnal animals. This means that they are active at night and sleep during the day. They are known to make a variety of vocalizations such as barking and hissing to communicate with each other. Sugar gliders are highly social animals and usually live in groups of around 10 to 20 individuals in the wild. These groups are dominated by females and the males are usually solitary. Studies have shown that sugar gliders are capable of forming strong bonds with humans and other non-sugar glider animals that they are raised with from an early age. One of the most fascinating behaviors of sugar gliders is their ability to glide through the air using their patagia. This ability allows them to traverse long distances in search of food or mates. Sugar gliders are also known to be very agile climbers and can climb trees with ease. In captivity, sugar gliders require a lot of social interaction with other gliders or with humans. They are very active animals and require a lot of space to climb, glide, and play. Providing them with a variety of toys and obstacles to play and explore can help keep them stimulated and happy. Sugar gliders are also known to be very intelligent animals and can be trained to do tricks and recognize their owners. However, it is important to note that sugar gliders are not a low-maintenance pet. They require a specific diet that includes fresh fruits, vegetables, and protein. They also need access to clean water at all times. Additionally, they are prone to health problems such as obesity and calcium deficiencies, so it is important to take care of their health needs to ensure that they live a happy and healthy life. Sugar gliders are not considered endangered at the moment, but they are protected under the Australian Wildlife Protection Act of 1975. This act prohibits the export of sugar gliders from Australia and imposes strict regulations on the domestic trade of sugar gliders within Australia. The Indonesian government has also imposed a similar ban on the export of sugar gliders from their country. Despite these regulations, sugar gliders are still being illegally traded and sold in many parts of the world. The demand for sugar gliders as pets has led to a thriving black market for these animals. Many of these animals are taken from their natural habitat and smuggled across borders, often leading to a high mortality rate due to stress and poor living conditions. It is also important to note that sugar gliders should not be released into the wild if they are bred or kept as pets, since they are not native to most parts of the world and could cause harm to local ecosystems. There are also self-regulating organizations like the Sugar Glider Association that aim to promote ethical breeding, trade, and care of sugar gliders. These organizations also aim to educate the public on the unique needs of sugar gliders and discourage the illegal trade of these animals. Additionally, some countries require permits or licenses to own sugar gliders as pets. As cute and cuddly as they may be, it is important to remember that sugar gliders are not a low-maintenance pet and require commitment to their specialized care. They are fascinating animals and it is important to respect their natural habitat and help protect their populations for future generations to enjoy these majestic marsupials. Wombats are short-legged, muscular marsupials native to Australia. They have a sturdy, barrel-shaped body that is covered in thick, coarse fur. The fur is usually brown or gray in color and can range in texture from short and velvety to long and shaggy. Wombat legs are strong and powerful, allowing them to dig complex burrow systems which they use for shelter and protection. They have a broad, flattened head and small ears that sit low on their head. Wombats have strong jaws and teeth that are adapted for grinding tough vegetation. Wombats are herbivores and their diet consists mainly of grasses, sedges, bark and roots. They have strong teeth which they use for gnawing and grinding the tough vegetation they eat. Wombats are known for their ability to conserve water and can survive extended periods of drought by lowering their metabolic rate. They also have a digestive system that is specially adapted to extract as much nutrients as possible from their food. Wombats are primarily found in southeastern Australia, where they inhabit grassy plains, eucalyptus forests, and woodland areas. They prefer areas with dense vegetation, as this offers them greater protection from predators. Wombats are known to be territorial animals and can have up to several burrows in their territory where they live and seek protection from extreme weather conditions. While wombats are not currently listed as an endangered species, their numbers have declined in some areas due to habitat loss, vehicle collisions, and disease. To protect wombats, conservation efforts have focused on preserving their natural habitats through education and legislation. This includes protecting critical habitat areas, reducing the negative impact of human activities on natural habitats, and implementing conservation programs to control diseases. Some organizations have also started programs to promote awareness and protection of wombats in areas where they are still common. The breeding programs are also helping in reducing the negative impact of human activities on this species. Additionally, there are several wildlife rehabilitation centers where injured or orphaned wombats are cared for and rehabilitated back into the wild. These efforts help to ensure that wombat populations remain healthy and sustainable for future generations. And that brings us to the end of our exploration of the fascinating world of marsupials. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Brainwaves, and that you've learned something new and interesting about these amazing animals. Whether you're a fan of the powerful kangaroo, the cuddly koala, or the fierce Tasmanian devil, there's no denying that marsupials are some of the most remarkable creatures on the planet.